That's okay. I was just trying to connect anyways. It's a little bit harder with a name, but we can do it, I think. I have to ask you, do you know if she had like shoulder issues? Specifically the left shoulder, because my shoulder just started hurting really badly.
I believe she did. She did.
Okay. Because every time I just start getting a random pain, I gotta ask about it because it's not me if it just happened all of a sudden. So, she's just making my left shoulder hurt really badly.
Huh.
And
I
that,
don't know.
they can bring in the ailments and symptoms, or if they have like, as an issue, if she ever heard it or anything, I would feel it. But yeah, so my shoulder's hurting really bad on the left.
Yeah, I believe she did.
Do you also know if she had, I keep hearing a cough.
Yes.
Okay.
She did. Yes.
And was it getting pretty bad, like towards the end, like, not to be gross, but like a lot of phlegm? Because that's how I kind of hear it.
That I don't know.
Okay. Like kind of like a wet cough. Like that's what I keep hearing.
Not that I'm aware of.
But the wet cough seems to like it changed. Like I don't know if she developed. I don't know. It's kind of like, when someone gets more in their illness or towards the end, and things start changing. It's kind of like that.
Yes.
I don't know. I just hear like more of like a wet cough, or like more frequent is what I keep hearing in my head.
Okay.
Sorry. I don't know why I don't know why sometimes they give me like the weirdest stuff. Okay, I keep getting a year, but I'm not really sure what the year is for. I'm getting 1982. Now that's my birth year, so it's like 40 years ago. I don't know why she's giving me that.
Maybe this reading is for you.
No. 19 so basically it would be a birth, a passing, something significant that would have happened in that year. But she's giving me that 1982, and if it doesn't make sense, just hang on to it.
I will.
Because it's one of those things that is repeating until I say it. So it usually means that something significant, either a birth of some kind, it could be a birth of her, someone in her family, a passing of someone in their family where she got sick. Like it's a significant year. I don't really know why, but it was repetitive.
Okay.
So
I'll definitely research it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring her in a little bit stronger. Do you know why she would be getting, like, I'm getting, like, a heaviness in my chest, but it's also going up into my throat, kind of. So my throat is affected and my chest is affected.
Yes.
Okay. trying to understand what she's saying. So she's saying the word illness, but I feel the way that she brings it across is she battled this illness for a little bit, but I feel like it didn't really start off this way. Like things kind of snowballed.
Right.
Is the word I want to say. Like it started with one thing and then another thing and then it kind of snowballed, but she talks about like she had like an illness for a while. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. She says I was a mess. So I think like her body she just had like a lot of different things wrong with her is what she's telling me.
I don't know, unless I'm not aware of it.
Well, the way that it's coming across is like the illness, like I said, it snowballed into other things. Like it started off as something small and it snowballed, but the illness, it feels like it affected more than one thing. So like it affected her body in different ways. So
yes,
that's kind of what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to explain what she's telling, because it's like she's going on about like what happened with her body, you know. And
correct,
I think because in her younger years, she comes across as more of a go-getter, you know, more of a healthy person. So I think it was like a real bummer when she started getting sick and things started happening, you know.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. That's true.
So I think that's why she's like kind of focusing on what happened to her with her body. Getting super hot. Okay, so I'm getting the number 3, but I want to put it with children. You know, she had 3 kids or 3 grandkids, or 3. I keep
children?
Getting like, yeah.
Yeah, 3. She had 3 children.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I want. I'm glad because I was getting 3, but I wanted to put it with the kids. Gotcha.
No, she had 3, but we only just found out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you about an adoption, actually. That was kind of coming through with her thing. So like earlier, I was gonna ask you about that. So was one of them like not raised around you guys?
That's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
and so there was an adoption. Okay, so I was going to ask you about that. Okay, so that's why she's talking about 3 now, and if you just found out, that's why she would bring it up.
Right. Yeah, too bad she didn't tell us.
Well, I don't think it was a proud moment.
When she was alive.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, so I don't really think it was like a proud moment for her. I think the way that she comes across is like it was really hard. It was a really hard decision to make. She felt like she did it because she had to, and it was the best thing for the baby. And so I think reliving that was hard on her, you know? And also, I feel like towards like when she got more illness, it kind of messed with her brain a little bit, you know? Like emotionally, you know, emotionally and mentally, it was taxing on her. And I just don't think she wanted to talk about it. But she's validating now that you know and you're aware, and
oh yeah, yes,
she's happy about that.
Oh, okay. That sounds good.
Yeah. Because I feel like she was this type of person. She comes across as a little bit of a complicated person sometimes. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. And I feel sometimes she was even hard to get close to.
Very.
Um,
I totally agree.
so, it was just kind of her personality. And
Okay.
I think that stems from, she talks about herself having a rough childhood. And her herself, like, I don't know if she ever really had a lot of love when she was growing up. That's how it comes across. Like, she didn't really know how to show how she felt.
Exactly.
Okay.
She didn't. She didn't.
I'm glad I'm understanding her right, because I'm getting a
You
lot
are
of,
completely right.
okay. Because I'm getting a lot of, like, I'm sorry. Like, I feel like she feels like she wasn't that great of a mother, as far as she didn't give you the emotional support, and, like, I feel like she was a mom, but not in all the sense of the word that a mom should be, is how she comes across. Like, she wishes she would have done better. And I feel like she wishes she would have been more of an emotional mom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wish she was too. Yeah.
Um, so she's apologizing for that. Okay.
Okay.
She loves her kids. She loves her kids, and she has grandkids, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I get a reference to 5 that I want to put with grandkids for some reason.
Uh, she has 3.
Okay.
that
Now
I
she has
that I know of.
3.
Oh,
All right.
well, the third, uh, her third child that we really don't, that my brother and I really don't know, that we
Uh-huh.
just found out about.
Uh-huh.
Um, he has, I think, a daughter also, so that might be between his and
Yes, it would be since
mine.
since he's a child, his grandkids would count too. So I'm getting
Yes,
5, and if you don't have 5 right now, I don't know if that's including grandkids, or another one might come in. Um, but is he younger? Or no, he'd be older, huh?
yes.
He'd be older.
He's a year older than
Okay.
I am.
Okay. Um, so I don't know if, like, there's going to be a great grandkid, or I'm not really sure. I want to put the 5. Now 5, it could be May, it could be 5 years, it could be 5 months, it could be the 5th of a month. That's important. I wanted to put it with the grandkids.
Oh
So,
boy,
I don't
that's
know
scary.
if it makes sense for anything, like, a grandkid was born in May or the 5th or whatever.
My her from me, I have one daughter that was
Uh-huh.
born in May.
Okay. Okay. So remember, things can sometimes have multiple meanings, or we have to kind of figure out when it comes with the
Right.
numbers. That would be why I wanted to put it with grandkids. Then, she's validating your grandkid or her grandkid is May. So your
Yes.
daughter, her grandkid is May.
Yes.
Um, do you know if she had any like mental issues, kind of like almost bipolar?
Um.
Even if it wasn't, did she seem that way, and maybe it wasn't diagnosed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, because that's kind of what she's saying, is she had bipolar, and that contributed to a lot of things.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Mental illness. I don't
yeah,
know if it was bipolar, but it
yeah,
explains a lot.
yeah. Yeah, she's saying bipolar.
Okay.
So I just think she didn't want to. It was another thing, like, she knew she needed help with that kind of stuff, but she didn't want to go.
Exactly.
Um, for whatever reason, be it fear or something like that. And she says, I knew I should have done that for my kids, but I think she was afraid. She didn't want to be put on all these medications and stuff either.
Right.
But
maybe at that time,
yeah.
people didn't like to admit,
Right.
Uh-huh. that they had a problem.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's just that that day and time. That's correct.
Yeah.
So I just get a lot of like she's so proud of you because she says that you grew into this like opposite than her. Meaning that you showed your daughter love, like everything that she didn't show you, you showed your daughter.
Yes.
So it's almost like you chose not to be like her, and she's proud of you for that.
Yes.
She's proud of you for not learning from her mistakes. I just hear like you've made a good life for yourself. And she's proud of you for that. She says she knows that you've had your struggles and everything, and you've had to get over a lot of what she put you through.
Yeah.
And she's very proud of you for overcoming. She says you're very strong.
Yes. I am.
Yeah. So yeah, it was weird. I was getting brother. I was going to ask you if the new one was a brother, but you said you had a regular brother.
I have a
regular brother. I don't know what to say. Like the brother that you already had. Not the new one.
Brother.
Is the new one also a brother?
Yeah, I found out I have another brother from another. I have a brother from another mother.
It is a male. Okay.
Yes.
That's what I was wondering. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, we found out, my brother and I, through DNA.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great thing, isn't it?
Yeah, the 23andMe, and boy, were we shocked.
Yeah,
Had no idea. Had no idea.
Yeah, I just think with that, her mental health was just like she shows me just her struggling, her struggling through life and through trying to be a mom with her mental health. And then later on, it was like, then she had all this other illness. And she just says, I couldn't be the mom I really wanted to be. Like, I feel like she really wanted to be different, but it's just everything wouldn't let her,
Right. I don't know why, she was the way she was, but I don't know very much about her, She didn't say much.
Right.
So it could be from childhood for her.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, and she did. That was the thing, is I feel like I said, that she had a lot of issues in her own childhood that made her this way. And like she brings it across like she wasn't really taught to love. And she didn't really know how to do that, and how to be like, she tried to be a good person, but it's just hard, when you got mental health issues and everything, like it's super hard. And that was part of her lessons in coming here. And it's something that she had to deal with, and also something that you had to deal with. You guys chose to do that together for whatever lessons that you learned from it. And it seems like you learned a lot of lessons, and she sees that. Like, she sees that in a way she did teach you. She taught you how to not be like her.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So she's proud of you for that. But she says, I'm okay. She's like, I'm okay now. So now she sees and understands everything that she did wrong. And she sees, she sees everything for what it is now, because when we go over there, we have our life review. We get to see and experience how we make others feel and all of that. And so she sees and understands now.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why she's, she's apologizing. And
better late than not at all.
right. And like I said, on the other side, they see things that we don't see from a human perspective.
Right. Okay.
Because we're humans, and there's a lot of things that, clouds our judgment, clouds our mind. And she was really struggling with mental illness. Like that comes up really strong around her.
I believe that. Yes.
So, and the fact that she didn't want to be medicated or anything like that didn't help. So
no.
she was just a very like hard person when she was alive, but she's not coming through that way. She's coming through as very loving towards you and her kids and her grandkids. Like, even though she didn't show you guys that here, she did love you, and she does love you.
Okay.
And that's her biggest message, is that she loves you guys, and she's very, very sorry. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
This thing went all the way to red when I said that.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's just a validation, but she's so sorry for everything that, she put you through. She's like, I know words don't mean a lot, but that's all I can offer. And, I just hear, I love my children.
Wow.
And, when we lose our physical being and we go to the other side, again, we see all our mistakes and we change, we evolve. So just because she didn't say that and act that way when she was here, it's different on the other side.
Right.
We lose all that, like, humanity. And then she doesn't have mental illness anymore or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
She's all healed from all of her ailments and everything.
Oh, right. I know you leave it all behind.
You do, yes. There's no negativity. Correct.
She doesn't say anything else about the illness. Not the mental illness, but
the other one,
the
one that caused all the issues.
No. Well, I don't think it.
With the chest and then the throat.
Yeah, that one.
She's not really giving me what it is. It's more like I just feel the symptoms of it. Do you also know, because this depression keeps coming up around here? I mean, I know I know she was bipolar, but do you also know if she had like depression really bad at one point?
No.
Okay,
I don't know what her. I don't know what her issue was. I just know she had issues.
Yeah, I don't know if it seems like it came up around mostly like I think she hid the depression really well sometimes, but I just keep picking up this depression around her.
Okay.
Which would go in with bipolar. It kind of runs together sometimes. EMF's going all the way to red. I really am just getting like this, like I said, this pressure on my chest and into my throat, and I get a cough and a lot of fluid. So that's the stuff. That's what keeps coming up.
Okay.
Around her illness, and I'm kind of getting something. I don't know if it's cancer or similar to cancer, but it's the spreading of something that comes in.
Cancer.
Right. So, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
She had tongue cancer.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was getting. Because I was getting like the spread of, something through the body, which is usually my thing for cancer.
Yeah, when you said throat,
Yeah, because it's like
I was
throat and chest is like the main area, or lungs and throat is like mainly what I'm getting.
Yeah, I just was wondering if you were going to say you felt something with the tongue, with your tongue, because that's what she had, tongue cancer.
Oh no, it's more like right here. It feels just swollen. I've never I don't have a feeling for I don't have a feeling for I've never had that in any of my readings, so maybe I just don't recognize it. I usually have a feeling for each thing, like each illness I've dealt with, like my own symbolism for it. And they'll just tell me areas that are affected. So I feel like her throat was really affected. I don't know if her tongue swole and it like spread down to her throat, but that's how it comes across.
Yeah.
And then I get a lot of like kind of fluid in the lungs and stuff.
Yeah,
and did she have
I'm not,
like fluid in the lungs?
I'm not aware of that. No.
Okay. I think it was coming towards more the end. But
Okay.
do you know if she had like little nodules as well, like in the back and down?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. Because I keep getting like little nodules, or little like, I don't know if they're tumors, nodules, something like that. They come across as white, so I don't know. Yeah, we were getting into that, and the EMF went to red. So yeah, that was really painful, for her to go through that. And it was kind of a painful illness. And I feel like it started with other things. That's what I'm saying. Like it comes across as it possibly started, like maybe with a sore throat, or her mouth hurt, or she had other issues, like she was really tired. Because I think fatigue was a big thing. Yeah, she just says she just keeps saying, I just need him to know I love him, because like she knows she fell short. In a lot of ways. And like she just didn't know how to be close to people, And again, I feel like it stems from her childhood. You know anything coming up next month, the month of September?
Do I?
Yeah, it would be a birthday,
No.
passing, anniversary, something significant for you, her, anyone.
No.
Alive
Not
or
that
past.
I'm
Okay.
aware of.
Hang on to it, because I keep getting next month as something. I don't know what. So
September.
I'm not getting much else. It's just mostly she just keeps repeating, like, I love my children, and like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's like her main message to you. Like, I feel like she didn't, I don't know, was there a I don't know if she told you or someone else something about being something before her passing that wasn't significant.
It was, I don't know. I was the only one basically that was there.
Right. This would have been,
but I can't
I
think
don't know.
of anything.
Okay. Or maybe she wanted to tell you, but she couldn't speak.
Could be.
Because I don't think she could speak. You know what I mean? So I think she wanted to tell you all of this, and she couldn't speak. because that's what she's saying. She's saying, I wanted to tell her all of this, but I couldn't get, I couldn't talk. And I think maybe she was even too weak to write it. So, but I hope, girly girl, that this was helpful for you.
Yeah, she doesn't. I hope there's no more surprises.
Well, she's letting you know she knows about the one surprise. But I mean, if people, you were that was gonna happen anyways, but it wasn't, she didn't feel like I think there was a lot of stuff like she wanted to tell you. I think maybe she wanted to tell you about this other one, but not only was it hard for her to talk about her illness, I feel like she was really sick. She's really sick and she was in a lot of pain. That's the way it comes across.
Right. But I mean, it was relatively short term when she found out she had, and then she just.
I think she had it longer than what she knew. I think she had it longer than what she knew.
That could be.
I think it was coming in other ways. She was really tired and like just little different things where as the body was kind of trying to fight it off. You know what I mean? Like, I think she had it a little bit longer than what she knew about.
Right. Could it seem like relatively a short time? They started giving her not chemo, but radiation. And after like maybe 3 times, she said no more. She couldn't take the radiation.
Yeah.
That was worse than the cancer, it seems.
Yeah. So did you help take care of her?
Well, she lived alone, and then, she had aides come to her house, and I had to help there, and then and from there she went to a hospital, then a home. So no, she did not live with me.
No, I wasn't saying did she live with you. I said, did you help take care of her? Which, if you were helping the aide take care of her, then you were helping her. She was just showing me just little things that you used to do for her when that was happening, and so she wants to say thank you for that, because she said you didn't have to, but you did, and so she's appreciative of that.
Right, great. It's good to know.
Yeah, like she's just, I don't know, she's super proud of you. She just keeps like talking about how much of a good person you are, and how much you've overcome. And she said, in spite of it all, like you still did things for her. You still took care of her. Like, you were still there when she needed you.
Right.
So, and she's appreciative of that.
Right. Exactly. Oh, okay.
So I hope that was helpful. She actually made this thing go to red like multiple times. So it was good validation, because that this thing usually doesn't work. But yeah, she made it go off and when I was saying those specific things like that, she was making it go off. So that's just her. That's just validation, that that's how she feels. So